I took a trip to the Cedar Falls Hartman Reserve Nature Center to discover what's new and what's on the horizon for the always growing nature preserve in our city.
Yeah, our next big event is April 27th, which is a Sunday, and we're doing our Earth Fair. We do this annually somewhere in and around Earth Day. So it's always in April, and we have fishing, canoeing, kayaking, there's going to be archery, and all these things are free. People can just, it's an open house, so come out and participate. There's students from UNI have booths here talking about environmental education. We're also doing a big push for cleanup of some of the flood buyout areas that we recently had turned over to us. So Hartman's going to be growing by an additional 60 acres. And we're going to be cleaning up a lot of the garbage that's down there. So we're looking for volunteers for that event. But if you don't, if you don't have time to volunteer the whole day, just come out and see what's going on for a couple hours. There's a lot of things for people to do, and it's free. And it's a good way to introduce people to what we do at Hartman. We, aside from the Earth Fair event, we have public programs that go on about every other weekend here throughout the year. In the winter, we have snowshoeing classes, and then we have your stereotypical nature hikes and tree ID classes and wild edible classes. But we also do things that are outside that normal nature center type of programming. We've done beer making classes in the past and hard cider making classes in the past. We've done zombie survival apocalypse classes, and then we do just survival programs every month. Called Bushcraft Survival. People can learn about all these programs by going to blackhawkcountyparks.com. Click on the events tab when you get there, and you'll see all the programs that we offer. And we keep our programs pretty low cost, and usually between $2 and $10 per person, depending on the class.
I noticed looking through the brochure that you offer a lot of different classes for people to take. Can you talk about one that you think college-age people may enjoy?
So one of the classes we have coming up that I think would be popular for college-age people is the PVC bow making class, and that's on June 7th. And then we're going to hold that at Blackhawk Park. Each person that registers for that, it's $10. We have up to 9 registrants, and you'll get we'll make a PVC bow out of PVC pipe, reclaimed PVC pipe, and you'll have a bow that you can shoot for years. That'll be quality as if you bought it in a store, and it costs very little compared to $150, $200 that you'd spend on a recurve bow. You'll get one for 10. And people can register for all the programs by just emailing me at chris.hrnc@gmail.com, and then just include the title of the program and the subject heading, and we'll get you registered. We have a few people registered for that class, but I still have quite a few openings. The other thing I encourage people to do, if you have a bunch of friends that, or people in your house or your dorm, that you can get together and contact us, and we can find a date. We'll do a program just for your group. We can custom make a program for you.
Hartman Reserve does a Hunger Games inspired camp. Can you explain what happens in that camp and what people should expect if wanting to sign up for that camp?
Well, each summer we do a Hunger Games camp for high school age kids, middle school to high school age kids. But we have kind of tweaked the same programs that we do for the kids and geared it more towards adults, and we're using it as a kind of a team building. It's capture the flag, and we train you in certain skills over the course of a day, and then we send you out in the arena in small teams. So it's a little bit different than the Hunger Games in that you're in small teams, but in the end there's only one victor. Like, your team gets whittled down until there's only one person through capture the flag and by challenging other teams to archery and fire building and trap making and things like that after we've trained you.
Thank you for the interview. Any final comments for the UNI TV audience?
I guess I can say that I know that a lot of college students don't have a lot of extra spending cash. Hartman's a great place to go because other than the programs, everything's free. You can come to the Nature Center for free. We have Wi-Fi. Bring your coffee, bring your homework out. Like on a Sunday, we're open 1 to 5. If there's not a rental in the big room, you can use that, sit up and watch the birds, work on homework, have a cup of coffee. Hike our trails. We've got miles of trails, and then our trails connect to George Wythe, so you can do great, big loops. I know a lot of college kids probably are running on our bike trails, or using our bike trails and running on our paved trails, and have no idea that the nature center, that this building is here. But it's a great resource. It's free, and then the programs that we do are low cost. So I highly encourage you to check them out.
This has been Cory Wagner reporting from Hartman Reserve for UNI TV. Back to you in the studio.